but we moved Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week to Thursday, and I'm super excited because although he didn't go to my school, he went to the rival, and I have a lot of friends back in the day that went to Cass Tech, a lot of mentors as well, man. It's a great school, great institution, so I'm super excited about
C.J. Sadler. He's one of the best athletes this state has, and someone's getting a really good one next year. We'll get into why he chose an ACC school, but he and his coach Marvin Rushing joined us here on Woodward Sports, and we always appreciate it. This is just his numbers, by the way, from last week's game against Fortson. All right, look at that. 3 receptions. That is no lie. All 3 of them were touchdowns. 157 yards. That means he's running away from people. And he had a 68-yard kickoff return for a score. That's why he is the Braylon Edwards Smoothie King High School Player of the Week. Let's bring him in. Guys, thanks for the time very much. Congratulations on the unbeaten season and the success so far. CJ, how you feeling today?
What's up, everybody? I'm good, man. That's cool. Just feel good to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet.
No, we appreciate having you, CJ, and congratulations again on being the Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week. Stand out as you are. Now, we talked a little bit in the beginning. You said that was light. 4 touchdowns in high school wasn't light for me, but it's light for you. Talk about your journey and how you and the Cass Tech technicians, as they say, how you guys got this thing rocking and rolling to the playoffs in which you play Saline, I want to say, this coming Friday or Saturday.
Really just going into the season, just our mindset. My mindset different. So, just me being like one of the leaders on the team, one of the captains on the team. This year, like me being a leader and not really me being a senior and stuff like that, I just kind of, like enforce like with the team, just our mindset. Like we gotta have a different mindset than everybody. Like we gotta come on the field knowing nobody can mess with us, knowing we can't be beat. Like this things that we gotta do because it's confidence level. Like once our confidence is there, once we clicking, once we doing what we gotta do and playing together, it come easy. So, just this year, man, this year I just enforced the level of confidence in our players, guys stepping up, making plays, young guys, older, it don't matter. As long as you making plays, that's the only way you get on the field. You know what I'm saying? So just enforcing that.
Yeah, 100%. CJ, you said this year your switch flipped. You became a leader. You wanted to get these guys ready, get them prepared, and tell them this is what we have to do. We have to come out with that smoke, that identity, and we want it all. How did you get yourself? How did you prepare to become a leader for this team for this season?
I've been kind of the leader, just embracing that role. Like, God gifted me with that, being a leader.
Praise be to God.
Just him gifting me with that and me just embracing it and just applying it to real life. That's what I had to do, and I learned that at a young age. So I've been leading since I was like 9 years old, leading the football teams, youth football teams, coaches counting on me, depending on me to make the plays and make sure the team right, so, it just translated from Little League to high school and high school going to college in a couple months. So, just embracing the role, I just had to embrace the role and take it on. Like it was a God gift, so just thank God for that.
100%. We'll get to Coach Rushing as well as Coach Caldwell and the team, but this is about you right now. What makes you special? You are now our 7th Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week. We've had football, volleyball, basketball. We've asked them the same question. What makes you special? In fact, the guys that you're playing on this coming Friday or Saturday, Celine, we had Tommy Carr as one of the Smoothie King High School Athletes of the Week. I asked him the same question. What makes you special?
I say just like my mentality, like, it's different. Like, I feel like I think different from everybody. I feel like I do things different from everybody. It's just me being me and just my mentality and just, people just, you probably don't like it, but you just got to respect it type thing. Like, what I'm saying? So I feel like it's my mentality for sure that separate me from other players and other guys that do the same thing as well.
Mentally tough. I love
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Coach, you've had a lot of impactful players come through Cass Tech because it's one of the best programs the state has had. How do you measure his impact? And Braylon asked about the leadership aspect of it. How do you measure the impact of his skill and his leadership, how it's grown with your team?
We've had a lot of great players here over the years. He measures right up there with all the greats. Um, what CJ did early on may set him apart. What he did as a freshman and now has continued to a senior. Just he may go down as the first player to be a dream team all 4 years. I don't think any of the not just in Kansas, but I don't think in the state of Michigan history. I think he may be the first one.
Damn.
And that's like unanimous. Free Press and Detroit knows the ability wise to speak all three phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams. What people don't realize about CJ is his football IQ is up there. Just even running the ball, he'll switch hands. To make sure it's secure. It's an outside arm. It's the little things that people don't understand. Like I said, the football IQ. We go back and forth. We argue. But then sometimes what I know I've imparted in him and the things that I've seen, I got to trust what he's doing on the football field as well because he's out there playing. So if he say this, the defense is doing this, I got to respect that, and we got to make sure we make the adjustment. And the leadership just came over time. Him seeing the guys ahead of him and the things that they were doing and how they were doing and handling themselves. It's just the culture we built here at Cass. You got to come in, you got to acclimate. Yeah, you can do kind of some stuff your own way, but eventually you're going to have to figure it out. And, you got to do it our way, and our way going to get you where you're trying to go.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Yeah. CJ, you make an impact in so many different areas. What's your favorite area where you do make that impact, and what do you enjoy most about that part of the game?
I say offense. I say offense. I like defense too a lot, and special teams. Like whatever I can do to help us win or get us close there to make that one play to get us over the edge, or me just making that play and somebody else getting us over the edge, I'm fine with it as long as we all winning. Like we all want the same thing. We all trying to do the same thing. So, me just being a player and me loving football. It don't matter like where is it, what play I need to make, as long as I make the play. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and you make a lot of them. How does your offense help you when you play defense, and vice versa?
I played quarterback before, so like me, I like just knowing like the defenses they in, like and me a receiver lining up, about to go run a route. Like I could tell like what defense they playing because I played quarterback when I was younger, and I remember like I know all the defenses and things like that. Then
that's
just
cool.
Like on defense, when you play receiver, you can kind of like eliminate process of elimination. You know what I'm saying? Like when you line up out there, you 1-on-1. You could tell if he like inside, how far inside is he from the hash marks, or if he outside by the numbers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could just work process elimination, and when you like had a lot of experience with football, and you know a little bit like a lot about football coverages, things like that, it just come easy.
I like that.
Yeah, 100%. I appreciate that. When receivers are lined up in certain splits, there's only a couple routes they can line up by that split. So now I appreciate that. Couple more questions, and we'll let you go on about your business. Inspiration that you drew on. You talk about playing both sides of the ball, defense, offense. Well, there's another guy that just got drafted second overall this past year, and Travis Hunter. Did you watch any of his film in his last 3 years? Did you watch anything about him and try to take some pieces of him playing offense as well as defense? Heisman winner, Travis Hunter. Excuse me.
That's right. Yeah. I met Travis Hunter.
What was that like?
I went to Boulder. It was cool. It was like we was kind of like the same person. Like so, it was like like I feel like me and him like I talked to him for a little minute, and just was asking him about the game and how he felt like he did, and like his response, he was kind of like a response I would have said. Like he was like, I ain't doing enough. Like I don't think I played that good, but I played good. I forgot who they played, but they played, I think it was Wisconsin or something like that. It was like 2 years ago or last year when he had just got there. But it was just like, just me and him. That's what I wanted to do. Like I want to play both sides. So I'm picking his brain. Like, like what's the biggest thing like you need to do in the off season to play both sides? Is it conditioning? Is it getting stronger? Like taking care of your body? Like he just telling me he was just giving me game about me wanting to play both sides, and just to meet him, that was great. First, second pick, top 5 in the NFL draft. That's great. That's what I want to do.
That's
so
interesting.
just me and him and getting to know him early. That was big. That was big for me.
That's super dope. You been a number 2 pick overall, and today you been a number 3 pick overall. So now you just got to get to the number 1. Let me ask you another question about your intelligence. I feel like a lot of times we talk to athletes, especially the sport of football, and we don't dive into the intelligence side of things. You're an individual that's actually going to graduate early and head on down to UNC Chapel Hill. Talk about how hard it is to play football, graduate early, and prepare for the next step. Because even though you're having fun with your boys, about to play high school states, win states, I'm going to claim that for you. You got to turn around, get ready after Christmas to start in college. Talk about that.
It's a lot. Like, everybody want to be a football player. Everybody want to do it. But, hey, you got to be mentally focused. You can't let distractions get to you. You got to know how to have time management and handle things the right way. Like, sometimes you can't really do this. You got to just go do that. Like, you got to have it down packed. Like, of course you want to go out with your friends, things like that, have fun. But at the end of the day, you got to handle your business. Like, business come before everything. So I say, like, me just leaving early, me just having to handle my business here at school, like going to class, turning in my assignments on time. There's a couple of times, like, everybody not perfect. So, you might have a couple mishaps or here and there or whatever, but you got to get back on it, like, immediately, because, this is what you need, student first. So
good for you.
Me leaving early, I made that decision, like, early. Like, I've been, like, when I first came to high school, that was my goal, like, leaving early, getting out of here, going to get prepared for the next level. So
love that.
I had to put in here in the books.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. Hey, Coach, I'm sure your practices and your hallways are filled with college coaches. How do you kind of usher them through and kind of give them a certain message about what kind of guy they're getting? Not necessarily just CJ, but any of your players going through your program, the type of athlete or student athlete that they're getting in college.
Well, you said it. Student athlete first here at Cass Tech. We're an academic school.
Yes, sir.
No matter what anyone wants to say about our athletics or specifically football, this is all about academics. And honestly, that's how we get a lot of guys opportunities. The reason why all these college coaches come here is because they know our kids are going to qualify.
Mm-hmm.
That's not just the athletic ability. You can find a lot of good football players. Yeah. You can find good football players from all over the place, but they got to be able to get in your school. They got to be able to get past the application. Got to get in. They got to be able to get in admissions.
Yeah.
So that's how we have built this program. It's like, hey, we got this kid who can do this, this, and this, but look at that transcript, okay? Because guess what? They're going to ask for it at some point in time. So that's what it's about here. We're about building the whole child, mentally, physically. Obviously, can't we do spiritually because of public school, but we want the whole experience for when they come in this building. It's about being a student athlete. We got some, our rival school calls Grand River, but we say we got Second Avenue business.
Okay.
Second Avenue business is the classroom. The classroom is first. That takes care of everything.
Good for you, and that's another reason why you're so successful. Yeah. CJ, you and Coach, we could talk to you literally all day, and I know you got to get going because I just heard the bell again, but I have to ask, what about North Carolina, let's face it, is viewed as a basketball school? What about North Carolina intrigued you most? And when you go there, or when you committed there, are you telling them, I want to be a two-way guy, I want to play both sides of the ball? What was their response to that?
So me, when I first committed there, I was in the room with Coach Baligian, and I was talking to him, and he told me first, he like, we get you, we cancel 2 problems, offense and defense. So when I first heard that from Coach, I say, oh yeah, it's real, because he knew that I already wanted to play both sides, but he just kind of put the icing on the cake by saying that, and then just Coach Baligian, man, just just the type of guy he is. Like, when I met him.
Okay.
He humble, relaxed, man. He sleep, eat football. Like, he love the game. So, I know he gonna get his players and put his players in the right position to be successful and go to the next level, which is NFL. And I know they're gonna call Belichick and ask him for them guys who we think deserve to go to the league and who he think ready. And, and I told Coach Belichick, like, when I first met him, I told him, like, when I get here, I'm gonna make that change. And right now, we a little bad right now. It's cool, but we rebuild it.
Yeah, that you'll be okay. Yeah, you'll be okay. What's his
once you get there?
Yeah, once you get there. What's his sales pitch like? How's he sell you on that?
Colorado was bad before Travis got there.
Yeah, because you could have gone a lot of different places now. Okay, so what's the sales pitch that you and your family went? This is the place for me.
I'll say the people, like the people and like the development. You know, you still want to get developed. You going to the league, but then it comes down to like my parents and my mom, my dad. They want to know who around my son. Like, you know, what type of people is he around?
Good for them.
Good, like that. So, you know, that was another thing that, you know, that got me to North Carolina. Just the people, you know, the type of love they showed me when I was down there. You know,
Love that.
North Carolina, like a lot of people don't know, but like North Carolina was like one of my last options. Like they came like at the end, like, and when Coach Belichick had called me, it was just like, man, it's Coach Belichick.
That made an impact, didn't it?
100%.
Yeah, that made an
It
impact.
made a big impact on my recruitment. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, just like I was saying, just the people, the people down there, the atmosphere, like everything down there is like beautiful. So. You know, I'm just ready to get down there, to be honest.
I'm sure they're ready to have you, man.
I see he's ready to jump at the bit. Last two things, man, we'll let you get out of here. First thing is, if Thomas Welcher is still floating around them halls from time to time, I know he was out for a while and he's back. Tell him I said what's up. I've known him my whole life, go blue the whole 9 yards. When you talk about academic excellence, I know one of the individuals that ushered it into Cass Tech, so respect to Coach Welcher and what he's done. And last thing, any concert, this is more fun, any concert that you can go to for any artist, who would that be? What artist?
Concert?
Yep, concert. What artist are you going to see? You can see anybody. I'm talking about VIP, suite, the whole nine yards.
Anybody.
Like dead or alive?
Yeah, live.
Dead or alive?
Yeah, dead or alive.
Go.
Oh, this is another element.
Yeah.
Dead or alive.
Yeah, go.
You'll be the first one to do dead or alive.
I say Michael Jackson.
Hey.
Oh, okay. That's the
just
second
talked
straight
about
week
Motown.
I've been stunned. Yeah.
We was just talking about Motown.
Yeah.
Shout out,
Yeah.
100%. See, this boy got some soul.
Just 'cause, like,
Let's go.
I want to see what it was about. Like, you know, Michael Jackson, he was one of the biggest stars ever, like to ever pick a mic up. So,
Yeah.
you know, just going to his concert, I feel like that'd be crazy. And it'd be lit.
Okay, I lied. One last
like
question. That was
Hard not to like him after that answer.
I
I'm
really
serious,
should
man.
ask
That's
another
pretty
question.
awesome. Yeah.
He nailed that one.
Yeah, he did.
Celine versus Cass Tech. Tommy Carr, he was one of the Smoothie King High School Athletes this week, and now you are, CJ. You're number 7 for us. What's it going to look like this week? Talk that talk.
Hey, this week, I'll say we put up about 42 to like 14 to 7. 14
Okay.
to 7.
Oh, a blowout.
I say it'd be a blowout. Oh, we do what we got to do, man. Play our football. Nobody in the state can really compete with us as long as we do what we got to do and worry about ourselves and make sure we executing it and, you know, doing what we've been doing, man. Just as long as we keep winning.
I think there's a lot of people. You know, I
That's
think
that
there's
Cass Tech energy I remember from
I
back
think
in the
there's a
day.
lot of people that love to see Cass Tech and Catholic Central again.
Ooh.
Because that has turned into a nice little rivalry as well. I know Coach is
CJ
cringing
Sampson.
right now because Keith's coach right now is going, can we just take it 1 week at a time?
Yeah.
You guys don't need to get my players one step ahead.
we
Let
got-
them
we got
focus.
one
Let
play.
them focus
One
on
You
something.
right.
one
play.
That's our
play.
bad, Coach. We
That's
got a
right.
little excited.
Yeah, you're right about
Right.
that, Coach. Listen, you just tell us to shut up because you know what you're doing.
I think he just
And we
did.
don't. I think you just
I
did.
think he just did.
Celine
he
Hornets
did.
are on the clock.
They're on.
100%.
They're on the clock, and now see.
Man.
There you go. And CJ, you're off the clock because you are the Smoothie King, Braylon Edwards, High School Player of the Week. All the best to you. All the best to the technicians. Thanks for carving out a lot of time. We look forward to watching your career, not just the rest of this season, but your entire collegiate career and hopefully in the NFL as well. Don't forget the little guys, CJ, all right? Don't forget us little guys back here.
And Coach and CJ,
Appreciate y'all.
we will give you guys the information because there will be a Smoothie King 12. All 12 individuals that won this year, we will have a party here in the studio. So we'll get you guys information for that and everything that will come with that. Look, man, I want you guys to stay blessed and do your thing, man.
Appreciate
Thanks so
you, man.
much.
Appreciate
Sorry,
you
See you
guys.
tomorrow, man. 7 p.m. That's Celine, man.
Say
Yeah,
less. I
will
might
do.
even be there.
Yeah.
I might pull up.
That wouldn't surprise me if Braylon was there. All right, stay healthy, okay? That's most important. All the best, and give a high five to your parents because they raised a hell of a young man.
1,000%.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Take
We
care.
appreciate it. CJ Sadler, Cass Tech,
Appreciate it, Coach.
our Smoothie King
Awesome,
High School Player of the Week.
awesome,
I
man.
look.
They're getting
Look,
better
can I
and
just say
better
this
and
real quick?
better.
I apologize because I would literally motion to Braylon. You know, it's kind of like a no huddle offense. I just got one more and then I'm done. And then I just couldn't stop.
4 questions
So
later.
yeah, 4 questions later, I could just imagine Braylon going, "What the hell's going on here, man?" He told me I was all done. Anyway,
That was great, though.
another great pick.
Yeah.
I think you're 7 for 7 right now, or 8 for 8, whatever it is, because he's a hell of a young man. Love his answers and love the coach too. He really is. That's an amazing statistic. If he's dream team all 4, he's going to be it this year.
100%. Like 4 years. To put that in perspective, I was 1 year and I was happy. 4.
Yeah. To put that in perspective, this entire room, we have a combined 1. So that tells you how difficult it is. It's a hell of a job by him, and another great choice by Braylon Edwards and the Smoothie King folks.
And we appreciate, Lee Foundation has helped us with picking these individuals, these outstanding young student athletes, man. So we really appreciate the Lee Foundation for, pun intended, taking the lead in that situation. I had to, and also we appreciate Smoothie King. Our Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week program is all about recognizing the student athletes in Southeast Michigan who bring hustle, leadership, and big impact to their communities. And you can't tell me you haven't listened to CJ Sadler and you couldn't hear that. You can't tell me that you haven't listened to Duke or Tommy or Megan or any of the ones that we've had. Everybody embodies that. Every Friday, today was Thursday, we will have one. So you also, too, can nominate. When you put that QR code up there for me, Kool-Aid, if you will, here you go, Kool-Aid. Thank you for putting that up there. There is a QR code, High School Smoothie King Athlete of the Week. Mix that up, but you know what I meant. Scan the QR code. Get yourself a nominee that you believe in. There's a lot of kids that can use this, and I appreciate it too because it gives you that nod. It gives you that something to look forward to. Somebody's noticing what I'm doing, not even just on the football field, Shep, but in the community.
Well, that's
also
probably,
the educational side of things.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot to be able to leave high school early and start college in January. That's why I want.
I think that needs to be. I'm glad you
Yeah.
brought that up. I think it needs to be stressed that when you and Smoothie King get together and the Lee Foundation get together and choose these student athletes, it's not just because of the numbers you see behind us. All right, a lot of it is the numbers that are in the classroom and what they do in the community. This is a young man, and we've had all of them on so far this year, and it's worth talking about because they are making an impact for younger kids who might want to go to Cass Tech and be the next CJ Sadler. And as you mentioned, you don't graduate early from that
No, you
school
don't.
unless you know what the hell you're doing and you got your proverbial ducks in a row. So it's a great choice. Kudos to you and the Lead Foundation and Smoothie King as well. I can't wait to have all of them here to have one big bash at the end of the year, and it's going to be an absolute blast. Look.
I dropped the ball.
What do you mean?
I dropped the ball on one question now, or one thing I should have pointed out when they were talking about the educational side of things and Cass Tech and their history. Donovan Peoples-Jones is one of those players that we was talking about. He was a 4.4, I think 4.5 athlete, and not only did he go All-American, not only did he go 5-star and go to Michigan, but he also was a scholarship athlete, he academician. I think he hit the program that he was in. He went to the White House when he was in when he was in
College?
in high
Or high
school.
school?
Yeah, his senior year, he got a chance to go to the White House because of his academic success,
Good
not
for
just the
him.
athletic success. So Cass Tech, it really is like that.